Welcome, you horned cheetahs, to the EDH Brothers Thursday night stream. Hopefully, my audio is actually working this time, and not only can you hear me during the gameplay, but now. Um, that being said, if there are audio issues, please let us know in the chat. It does a couple of things. One, kind of appeases the algorithm stuff, but it also helps us. We moved over to a new platform, and there's definitely some learning curves with it. So if you all could help us out, I personally would very much appreciate it. But that being said, let's bring up the repeat offenders for tonight's game. So here we go. I don't know what we're thinking, but we have brought Swan back again. Swan, how are you?
Can't complain too much. And I have no idea why I keep getting invited back, but I'm here. So
Love it. Who you running tonight for your commander?
I am running Marinar. All rats have fear, and I can tap, sack a rat, create X1/1 black rat creature tokens, where X is the number of rats that I control.
I love Marinar. We may have to do a rat pod one of these nights. Nick may or may not be there because, well, I know how much he loves my rat deck, so,
give me time to proxy one and I'll do it.
Fair enough. Let's move along the reverse turn order. We've got the glorious Wolfman Caleb.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Caleb, aka Glorious Wolfman here, and I'm bringing back well-held zombies.
Beautiful. And, of course, we got Metal Nick.
What's up, everybody? I am excited to be here. Oh, video's lagging a little bit. Hopefully that stops.
Nice.
Excited to be here, and I'm going to be bringing back Miss Olivia, the Crimson Bride, today. So it is my ultimate favorite vampire deck. I love it. Since the Glorious Wolfman was bringing back zombies, I thought I'd bring back my favorite undead beings. So there we go.
Beautiful. And I'm going to be rocking Kresh the Blood Braided. Funny enough, this pod right now, no white. So no planes, no Path to Exile, no Swords to Plowshares, no Teferi's Protection. So yeah, it should be fun. As is tradition, Swan, you are our guest. Pick a number 1 through 4.
3.
All right. And of course, as always, spell table, please. For the love of all that is holy, just make a button. Oh, Swan gets to go first. And Caleb's last in the turn order. How awesome.
Which after the hat trick he pulled last week, that's fair.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I guess before we get started, any pregame actions?
None for me.
I hate that I even had to ask that because I know it could potentially be a thing.
I'm here.
All right.
Yeah.
Swan, let's do this.
All right. Turn. Oh, I drew the first card that I put in here specifically to mess with Caleb. And that's going to be Command Tower in my mono black deck. Pass turn.
All right. Draw for turn. Oh, let's start this off with a game trail revealing a forest in pass turn.
Turn. I'm going to go ahead and play a swamp and pass.
Well, I hope Josh played Moon.
That's fine. It'll at least
lucky for you, not in this deck. That's another
Swamp into Crypt Breaker. Go ahead. Yeah, I know. I've always preached in your monocolor decks you don't need to play Command Tower because it's pointless.
Well, now that I know that, I may pull a Swan and put one in just to irritate you.
It's just worse. I'll start putting back to basics and Blood Moon on all my decks and then watch you cry.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Swan, I think you're up.
All right. Play a swamp. And I'm going to do the second card that I put in here to screw with Caleb. White bordered, revised demonic tutor.
Yeah,
you like white bordered cards.
Yeah, but there's something iconic about that art, and I don't expect you to own a black border one.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, and I'm going to pass turn while I'm searching.
All right. Let's play said forest. And I will pass the turn.
Draw for turn. Gonna play a swamp. I'm gonna tap 2 to play an arcane signet. And I will have no further actions past turn.
All right, give me 1 second.
Snook over swamp. Undead Augur.
Yep.
So when it or another zombie dies, I lose a life and draw a card. That is not optional. I can die to that and have before. And you know what? I'll attack Swan for 1 because it amuses me. I'm done.
It was deserved.
I just had a thought of a new effect I'm going to add for future streams.
Swamp for turn. Tap 3 and play a Relentless Rats.
Oh, you beautiful soul.
Relentless Rats gets +1/+1 for each other creature on the battlefield named Relentless Rats. A deck can have any number of cards named Relentless Rats.
Okay, how many are you running?
It might be all of them.
You beautiful soul. All right. I'm going to play this Thespian Stage as my land for turn. I'm going to pay 2, tap the Thespian Stage, and it's going to become a copy of Swan's Command Tower in his mono black deck.
See, there's another. You just gave him a tri-land.
All
You
right,
didn't have to do that.
Worth it.
pass turn.
Also, Swan, my buddy texted me who's watching the stream, and he said your mat is sick.
This mat gets a lot of reactions. I love it.
We've talked about this. It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
So I am going to tap 2 to play Blood Artist. I'm going to pass the turn.
Sure.
And yes, I missed a land drop. Yes, you all saw it.
Island. For the undead, I'm playing 100% on curve here.
You want a cookie?
Yeah, just for that comment, Josh, take some damage here. That's going to be a 5, by the way.
Worth it.
That's turn.
Oh, God.
Play this trusty swamp. And I'm going to play another Relentless Rats.
Sounds good.
All right.
And I will end my turn there.
Cool. So now those are what, 3 3s?
They are 3/3s.
Okay. All right. Let's play Carplusan Forest as my land for turn. I'm going to tap out, and I'm going to play Anger as a creature.
Yes, the rarely seen angry baby on board.
Oh, yes. Very much so. Cool. Pass turn.
All right. I'm going to pay 2, missing another land drop to play Ripples of Undeath, so I can start at least getting lands by milling them. So at the beginning of your upkeep or pre-combat main phase, mill 3 cards. Then you may pay 1 and 3 life. If you do, put a card from among those cards into your hand. Gonna get there one way or the other. All right. Since Blood Artist can do no damage, I'll just pass the turn.
Draw. Play Fabled Passage. Go ahead and crack it. It's not a fetch land, so I don't need to lose life. But this will be my 4th land, so it'll enter untapped. I'm just going to get another Snooker and Swamp. I'll shuffle in a second. 4 mana, 4. And Undead War Chief. So zombies get +1, or zombie spells cost 1 less to cast, ones that I control. Zombies I control get +2/+1.
So it begins.
It do indeed. And I could tap 3 zombies to draw a card, but I think all I know is war instead. So I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna send these 2 at Josh and this one at Swan or something. No. Actually, you know what? I'll just send this one at Josh. I know you're just gonna block with anger, but it's fine.
And that, yep. So I will block with anger. Anger will die. There's a Blood Artist
Because I've
trigger.
decided I am in fact a coward.
Yep. There will be a Blood Artist trigger. So Caleb, you can lose 1 life. I'll gain a life. I'll say this. I'll be diplomatic and just go around the circle with Blood Artist triggers, as long as no one starts being a real jerk to me. So.
Hey,
Looking at you, rat boy.
You because you're low.
Look, I'm not doing anything over here.
Faster.
Don't mind. He says as he drops a swamp and then casually casts a throwing stone.
There it is.
Yep.
Pastor.
You wanna read Throwing Stone for the audience there, Swan?
Don't worry about it. Spells you cast have Ripple 4. Whenever you cast a spell, you may reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may cast spells with the same name as the spell from among the revealed cards without paying their mana costs. Put the rest of them on the bottom of your library.
Kind of gross.
Now, every other card in this deck is either a swamp or a relentless rats.
Yeah.
And 1 soul
Isn't
ring.
there a Soul Ring?
I'm going to say 1 soul ring.
Well, I'd be surprised if it was more than 1.
All right. So I drew for turn. I'm going to play this tapped Mountain Valley.
Is that like the slow fetch?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So I love this, and it's from Mirage, so I'm going to go ahead and pay 3 in a black, and I'm going to cast Nightshade Harvester. So Nightshade Harvester has, whenever a land ETBs under an opponent's control, that player loses a life, and I put a 1/1 counter on Nightshade Harvester. Pass the turn.
Wonderful. All right. Draw for turn. Then I'm going to mill. I'm going to do it in my combat. I'm going to mill 3. There's a swamp. There's a blasphemous act. There's a blood crypt. I'm going to go ahead and pay 1, lose 3 life, and return the blood crypt to my hand.
Makes sense.
Yep. That's good.
Yep. Then I will go ahead and play the blood crypt, losing 2 life. And I will question on Ripples of Undeath. Just a question. Can I do that multiple times? Because it doesn't say do this once per turn. Then you may pay 1.
No, but
it says
it says return a card, right?
A card. Well, yeah, but But it says then you may pay 1 and 3 life if you do put a card from among those cards in the battlefield. Doesn't say how many times you can do that. I'm just curious.
It's just once. It's just
Just
once.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Just asking the question. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn. Being real nice here.
Sorry,
just hanging back.
there was a trigger. Yeah, you did have to lose the life from.
So, by the
yeah,
way, the
Bill.
reason that reading the card, the reason it works is then you do if you may pay 1 and 3 life, so you only get the opportunity to pay the cost once.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, Nick, you're done.
I'm done. It's your turn.
Cool. At the end step, I'm going to lose a life, draw a card by tapping 3 zombies.
See, this is just diplomatic. It pings everybody except me.
Mm-hmm. Swan, your rats with 3 3s.
Yes, 3 3s. Put a little die here to denote just counters right now.
I'm going to play this new card that I bought myself on Black Friday. I'll play this, get this foil Vengeful Dead. Because I like my zombies, and it wasn't actually as expensive as you might think. Old foils tend to be a bit pricey, but that one wasn't bad.
Your version of not bad and my version of not bad are two entirely different things.
I think it was like $8.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that's
like
even with
$8.
my broke ass.
I would say it might have been 10, but it was not over $10. So I'm going to move to combat, and Swan, I'm going to attack you with an Undead Augur and a... let's go Lord of the Undead.
I'm going to block with some rats.
Okay. Are you blocking both or just one?
Blocking both.
Okay. So my Lord of the Undead will die because it is a... what is that? 4/3. My Undead Augur is a it's a 5/3 or 5/4. When this dies, it loses the +1/+1, which means this also dies due to state-based actions because it had 3 damage marked on it. So I will lose 2 life, draw 2 cards.
Oh, Blood Artist trigger.
3 creatures. All right, so
4 creatures
Swan.
died.
4 creatures.
Yes, exactly. All right, so Swan takes 1, Josh takes 1. Because of Vengeful Dead, Caleb, you're going to take 2 just to kind of keep it even here, okay? And I think I'm basically going to stay static once all triggers resolve because Vengeful Dead's going to dock me 2 life, so I would gain 2 life just to lose 2 life. I'm pretty sure. So.
Well, you'll gain 4 life, right? Because 4 creatures died.
Oh, 4 creatures. That's true. Yep. So I will net 2 in that.
All right, I get to make my land drop, and I will pass the turn.
Your land drop will trigger Nightshade. So that'll bring you down 1.
I'll play a swamp and stub my toe, take a damage.
Okay. Put a counter on Harvester.
I'm going to cast my commander.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's it.
That is it for now. I'm
All right.
trying to not end this too quickly.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Let's play a forest. I'm going to sack the mountain valley. Let's go find a mountain or forest. I need preferably one that untaps. Becomes an untapped. Thought I have a blood crypt in here, but I don't remember. Oh, you know what? Yep. Cinderglade. That'll do the trick. And then choices.
Yeah. I can't read that name. It's my life offhand, but what they said, it triggers at the beginning of combat, so it only triggers once.
Mag synchro, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, so
Not a name I recognize. We have a new chatter. That's great.
all right, so we got a green. Tap the Thespian stage for black, and Cinderglade for red. Then I cast Lagamos, Hand of Hatred.
I've seen this card before. I don't remember
Ooh, this is a fun one. So, Lagamos says, at the beginning of combat on my turn, I create a 2/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Then I can tap, search my library for a card, put it in my hand, then shuffle, activate only if 5 or more creatures have died this turn.
Okay, so it's like a weird, expensive demonic tutor.
Correct, but it's repeatable, so.
Yeah.
I will tap the forest for color, the Carplusan Forest for colorless, game trail, cast Swiftfoot Boots.
Sure.
Any other responses?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I don't run.
Actually,
Okay.
let me think here.
I was going to say, there's not a single counter spell in this 100 card deck.
No, but
Same.
before you have a chance to equip it, because I'm pretty sure you want to protect that Nightshade, I'm going to go ahead and Chaos Warp your Nightshade, Josh.
Okay.
It could literally be anything.
It could.
And given my deck, here we go.
I don't know. You've been talking about playing this one for a while, but I don't think you actually have played this one on stream yet.
I don't remember.
If you did, it may have been the week that I wasn't here. I don't remember if you played it against the
No,
Yes.
Filthy MTG Casuals. Yeah, no, I didn't.
casual. Yeah, that's them.
All right. So, Nick, say when.
When?
Okay. Oh, Blood Artist.
Oh, there we go.
Cool.
All right.
Shit's about to get real. I am going to go ahead and move or quit the Swiftfoot Boots onto my Blood Artist. All right. Yep, shit's about to get real. All right, let's move to combat, shall we? Lagamos will trigger. And for this week's token, we're going to use Onyx. So it's a 2/1 red elemental creature token with haste and trample.
That's what about.
I'm going to swing at Swan. 2/1 trample haste.
I will take the 2.
All right. Okay. Second main, not going to do anything. Beginning of the end step. I will sacrifice Onyx, so there will be a couple of triggers. First, my Blood Artist. I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to just go around diplomatically around the table. So I'm going to ping Nick for 1.
All right.
Gain 1, and then your Blood Artist.
We'll trigger, which, yeah, I kind of already added. So I basically just stay at 37. Swan, I'll have you lose 1 life.
Ow.
All right, and that is my turn.
Sweet.
And then for those
Untap.
watching in chat, if you could let me know in chat that y'all can hear me, I would greatly appreciate it.
So the thing is, we know we could hear you last week because people were interacting with you in chat. It's when you went to when you uploaded the video to YouTube that your audio was gone.
That's weird.
Because if you remember last week, like people were responding to you in chat and things like that, but then when I went to go rewatch the video later, you weren't there. So like people were laughing at things that didn't make any sense because
Fair
there was
enough.
no noise.
All right.
We all had a bunch of crazy.
So I'm gonna pay 1. I'm gonna lose 3 life. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna return Bloodstained Mire to my hand.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and play Bloodstained Mire for turn. I'm gonna crack it. Go find a card. Which I don't have too many left since I've already got the Blood Crypt out. I think I'm just gonna go for the Smoldering Marsh, which thankfully I have the 2 swamps, so it will enter untapped.
Nice.
Yep. Then,
A lot of basics in the mana base today.
yeah, it's so cool. But at least I get to shuffle. That's the important part, is I get to shuffle and kind of start seeing what I can do here.
Yeah.
All right, now I am going to go ahead, and I've been very quiet, but there's no counter spells, at least hopefully. So
Again, there's not a single one in the deck.
I know, I know. So I'm gonna pay 1. I'm gonna tap my Smoldering Marsh to allow me to Dark Ritual to add 3 black mana,
Temple's
Sure.
Trickery. Oh, sorry. Wrong.
and then I will tap the other 3 to bring out Olivia, the Crimson Bride.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move to combat. When she triggers, she's going to bring back a vampire. I'm going to bring back Crossway Troublemakers. Attacking vampires you control have Death Touch and Lifelink. Whenever a vampire you control dies, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. So that will be swinging. Caleb, I'm going to have Olivia swing at you for 3. And Swan, I'm going to have Crossway Troublemakers swing at you for 5.
We'll take the 5.
And I'm going to gain 7 life. And then I will pass the turn.
Actually, instead, I'm going to tap 3, lose a life, draw a card, draw for turn. I'm going to play Tower of Sirath Ungol. It's Urborg.
Urborg.
Not Tumi Yawgmoth. Not Tumi Yawgmoth, just the regular Urborg.
Still. Urborg.
So I can tap for black, or I can tap to remove First Strike or Swamp Walk from a creature. Let's see, how do I want to do this?
And for all of you watching, if you also want to get little F6 tokens, head over to Infinite Tokens. Not a sponsor, but we love them.
So I'm going to cast Noxious Ghoul. So whenever Noxious Ghoul enters the battlefield, all non-zombie creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn.
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
So
that will kill my Blood Artist.
that'll kill mine.
Yes.
So
2 triggers of Blood Artist.
Yep. With mine, I'm going to target Caleb.
Yep. And I'm also going to target Caleb. I'm going to gain a life, but then I'm going to use my Crossway Troublemakers trigger to pay 2 life and draw a card.
Okay. I'm going to now move to combat, and I'm going to attack Nick.
All right. For how much?
So this is 5, 8, 11.
Okay. I'm going to go to 29.
I'll pass.
And draw. And I'm going to pay 3 and cast a Relentless Rats.
Oh, here we go,
Let's do it.
boys.
Coming stone trigger.
As long as he hits, I think, 2 in here. then it's
One.
his entire deck. Yeah.
2.
Okay. Yep. So you do it 8 more times? Or,
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. At this point, he's just going to put every rat from his deck into play.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that's boring. Yeah, because every cast triggers something strong, so I'm just gonna pull them out
Okay.
Save a little
for the same time. Yeah. So every single time I have ever pulled this off, a board wipe has proceeded to happen afterwards.
Do you have any way to give him haste?
Nope.
No, but
Nope.
but Marinar is able to activate, so he can make even more rat tokens.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. That's okay. You can make more rats. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be really nice to Swan and say, man, I'm cool. We're cool. All right, we're cool.
We're good. Yeah,
We're cool.
we're good. Cool. Take a minute. I'm just gonna pass turn while I do this.
Make
Are
sure
you-
to
are you
shuffle all your swamps and your soul ring afterwards.
Yes.
Are you gonna do anything with your commander though to make more rats?
I mean, he can do it in response, though.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it this turn.
All right.
For the sake of moving things along.
All right.
Yeah, it's not activate only as a sorcery.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it actually? Oh, sorry. Every time I play mine, he always has some sort of boots on to give him haste. So
Oh, hey, it's the cool Relentless Rats. I wonder where you got that one.
It is. Yeah.
Well,
I still have not found Brownie Spaghetti.
Well, I played this Phyrexian Swamp, so there you go.
Oh, nice. Well, when I got my Secret Lair Festival in a box, he needed exactly one more Relentless Rats because he had a proxy in there. So I just gave him
nice.
that one.
All right.
But yeah, so for those of you who don't know, the Italian version of Relentless Rats is Ratty Spatati, and so I've concluded it's the best version of it.
Yes. And
how many rats is that you have on the battlefield now?
I'm gonna get a count. I think it's like 50 or something.
Cool.
All right. So
Kinda wish I could
while
do one
he's counting, I'm going to tap 2 and black, red, green. We're going to go ahead and cast Crash.
Sweet.
And I will tap 1 and attempt to equip the boots onto Crash.
I cannot respond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
total rats on the battlefield right now.
How many?
52.
Cool.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think Blasphemous Act kills them though.
No.
No, it doesn't. Unfortunately, and my Blasphemous Act is in my graveyard, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
All right.
Anyone can generate an infinite amount of mana, they could meat hook.
That would be beautiful.
Ooh, that would be fun.
So
Wait, hang on.
okay.
Someone give me the infinite mana.
Oh, I wish.
Never mind. Keep going, Josh.
So move to combat.
I'm assuming Nick has an answer.
Lagomos trigger.
There's a reason why I kept the hand I did, guys. I very specifically to deal with Swan when this inevitably was going to happen. Swan's not going to have another turn. He's going to die on my turn. So
Fair.
I'm so excited for what will happen. All right. There's my red elemental. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swing at Swan.
Don't block it. Don't block it, because if you block it, he's going to make Crush bigger.
I mean, I'm dead next turn, so I've got no incentive to not let him.
This
make it
dies
bigger.
anyway because I've sacrificed it at the beginning of the inset.
That's true. It's only going to +1/+1, right? That's all it gets.
2. Because
I'm
this
going
goes
to
off the
block
power.
with specifically this rat right here.
Cool. This will die a horrible death. And then Kresh will get 2 +1/+1 counters on him. Cool. And I'm just going to go ahead and pass a turn. Funny enough, with 1 green mana up. NBD.
Is that the Crimson? Is that the Crimson Vow spin down there, Josh?
Yes, sir, it is.
Man, I lost mine at Kayfabe the other day.
Oh,
2
that
weeks
sucks.
ago. Yeah. It fell out and went flying, I think. I'm sure it's not there anymore. All right, I'm going to play a Mountain for turn. And then...
If I had one, I'd replace it for you, but I didn't get any Crimson Vow.
It's okay. It's okay. I got the ones from the... I have lots of the ones still from the collector's bundle, but they're the ones that are just red and see-through, and honestly, I liked that other one better. It is what it is. It's okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tap... oh, sorry, wait a second. I got to do the Ripples on Death trigger. Okay,
Well,
Enrique Donati, Luxury Suite, and Shadow Ridge all hit the graveyard. I'm going to lose...
So you're in combat now? Because that happens in combat, right? Beginning of combat?
No, it says pre-combat.
Beginning of your pre-combat main phase.
Okay. I thought it said at the beginning of combat.
Nope, pre-combat.
Spell table's messing up for me, so I can't read anything.
I'm gonna pay 3, and I'll tap. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm just gonna leave Enrique there. I'm not gonna pay 3. I'm not gonna do that trigger this turn. I'm okay. So, what I'm gonna do is the reason I kept this because you have to have a way to deal with a lot of rats, and it's really critical.
Oh, is it that card you were glad that you ran in that deck?
So I'm gonna play Rakdos Charm, choosing each creature deals 1 damage to its controller.
Well,
he didn't board wipe.
I'm just going to sit here for the next 20 minutes, taking my life total down.
All right. Hold on. So, I mean, I'm taking 2.
Yeah, I'm taking 4.
Yeah, I took
but
my 2.
but because Swan dies, those all get exiled, so I don't even get death triggers.
You don't even get death triggers.
Fuck me sideways. Damn it. But you know what? I'm excited for this moment. So for all of you on the stream, you're welcome.
If Pirate was watching, he'd love that. He's always wanted to Rakdos charm someone to death.
Then I'm gonna pay 3, a red and 2 to play Stanzia Masquerade. Attacking creatures you control have first strike. Whenever a vampire you control deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It also has Madness, which I didn't discard it. Its Madness cost is the same as it is. I didn't discard it anyways. Doesn't matter. All right, now I'm going to move to combat. All right. I'm going to swing Crossway Troublemakers at Caleb. I'm going to swing Olivia Crimson Bride at Josh. On trigger, I'm going to bring in Strafan, more progenitor. So he's a 3/2 with flying that I'm going to swing at Josh, only because of highest life total there, Josh. Okay. So that's 8 coming at you, Josh. That's 3 coming at you, Caleb. All with first strike, flying. Actually, sorry, and Death Touch. Actually, Crossway Troublemakers does not have flying. I'm sorry, but it is a 5/5 with first strike, Death Touch, and lifelink. So.
Right, down to 25.
All right.
Hey, Nick.
My
girlfriend just texted me, and she's not appreciative of you swinging Olivia at me.
And I'm going to gain 11 life.
There's a difference, though, Caleb. That's Olivia. She is Olivia.
Oh, you're right.
So.
And then
still, Olivia, that's the important thing.
Each one of these vampires is going to get +1/+1. Now, Strafan has a trigger. At the beginning of your end step, create a blood token for each player who lost life this turn. Technically, Swan lost life this turn, but he's out of the game. Does that still count?
It still counts. Yep.
Okay. So I will make myself. I'm not going to actually.
I literally laugh at that.
I will make 3 count them, 3 blood tokens.
Right.
And then that will be the end of my turn. I will pass the turn to Caleb. I hopefully will live to see another.
I now need the count vampire tokens.
Yes, you do.
You can make them.
I could. I don't
Actually, you
know
know
vampire
what?
deck anymore.
Swan, I got you covered. Watch your email tomorrow.
Done.
Yeah, Swan, next time you make tokens, let me know. I need dragon tokens with Bruce Leroy on them.
You say
And
that
for
you're
everyone-
getting these tokens.
Yeah, and for everyone who got that reference, good on you. Not many people know who Bruce Leroy is.
Not to be confused with Leroy Jenkins.
Very much not so. I'm going to tap these 3, lose a life, draw a card. Okay, that's not bad, but don't want to do this here. Do this, nah. I'm going to enter the lab at X3, or empty the lab. So I sacrifice 3 zombies.
Okay, what's that? Hold on. That will be triggers for me as well. How much total power?
It's going to be 3, 5, 8.
Cool. Precious.
And then you're each going to lose 3 life. And I'm going to reveal cards off the top of my library until I reveal 3 zombie cards and put them onto the battlefield.
Okay.
Command Tower, Lord of the Accursed. I don't think I've ever read the name of that card. That's Crowded Crypt, Watery Grave, Carrion Feeder, Snow Covered Swamp, Headless Rider.
It's really difficult to make a card tower with sleeved cards.
Yeah, it is. So what's going to happen now is 3 zombies entered. So Noxious Ghoul is whenever a zombie enters. Noxious Ghoul or another zombie. So there'll be 3 triggers to give all creatures -3/-3 that are not zombies.
Oh,
Okay.
fun. Okay.
So 3 triggers giving them a total or killing everything. Did you use board wipe?
No, it gives -3/-3 total.
Okay, so
Yep.
you kill Swan, but you don't kill Olivia or Crossway Troublemakers because they're bigger than that.
Okay, how big was Strafon?
He was a 4/3.
1, 2.
How big's Olivia?
She's currently before the -3/-3. She's a 4/5. And Crossway Troubles is Crossway Trouble. I can't even say it. 6/6. So.
Gotcha. I mean, I could kill off Olivia, but Josh is the problem. So I don't think Nick's going to continue beating my face in.
I haven't really beat your face. I've dealt 6 commander damage to you. I've been respectable. Josh is probably a lot more threatening. And
No. What are
Crush gets pretty scary.
I mean, I did get more Blood Artist triggers than anyone else. I was keeping track.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll pass.
All right. Untap. Okay, draw. Let's play a forest. Now, I think let's see. I think the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pay 2, tap the Thespian stage to make it a copy of Urborg. Yes, that's what I want to do. And then Choices. Attack that. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt to cast Terminate Targeting Lord of the Accursed. Pass priority.
I have no responses.
Nope.
Okay. Lord of the Accursed will die. And so another
So it dies.
1, 2. Yep.
Okay. Make a 2/2 black zombie.
Yep.
Actually, I'll go ahead and sacrifice it to this guy. It doesn't make a difference. It's still
Okay.
off the board. You're still getting the power.
Okay.
And I'm
Move to
gonna
combat.
get
I think. Oh, I'm one short.
I'm gonna get this Michael Jackson zombie.
Caleb, how much total power do you have on the board?
3, 6, 8, 10.
Okay. Choices. Let's swing.
Don't forget, it does have one less power because a zombie entered.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and swing Crash at you for 19.
Do you have a Brawn in your graveyard?
No.
Okay. I'll block with this dude.
Okay. So, yep, it'll die.
Yep, I'll sacrifice it to Carrion Feeder.
Okay. And that one was how big?
3.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's going to be.
Look at this cool dragon zombie looking token.
That's cool. All right. Yep, that's all I can do for now. Pass turn.
How many cards in hand do you have, Josh? Just
2.
checking. 2. Okay, I'll draw for turn. I will, let's see, I'm going to play a mountain for this turn. Then I'll mill 3. Milling Dracula, Lord of Blood, Mount Doom, and Vandal Blast.
Yeah, that's a card.
I'm going to pay, I'll tap 1. Pay 3 life to return Vandal Blast to my hand. Then, Caleb, be decent to me because I can help here, okay? But I am sacrificing a play to keep Crush to slow Crush down here. So please don't kill me on the next turn, okay? Deal?
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay, all right. So I will pay 1. And I'm going to Vandal Blast your Swiftfoot Boots,
Okay.
Josh.
Boots are gone.
Okay. Then I'm going to pay 2, a black and a green, to feed the Swarm Crush.
With that on the stack, I'm going to tap this forest, and I'm going to cast Snakeskin Veil targeting Crush, giving it a +1/+1 counter, and gains hexproof until end of turn.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's fair.
No.
And those go down. Smart.
So that's going to represent 21 counters on Crash.
Okay. That's okay. Still do some things at the moment here, so I'm fine with that. So I'm going to go ahead and tap 3 to play Buried Alive. I'm going to go search my library for up to 3 creature cards and put them into my graveyard.
Okay.
Sure.
We're going to put Vein Ripper in there.
Oh, shit.
I think we're going to put... Still check. I'm going to put Bloodline Necromancer in there. And I'm going to put Markov Enforcer in there.
Yep.
All right, shuffle. Okay. So they're going to hit the graveyard. Then I'm going to move to combat. And Josh, I'm going to swing at you with Olivia and Crossway Troublemakers. I'm going to trigger and bring back Vein Ripper.
Okay.
Okay. That'll be swinging at you as well. So I have 6 from Vein Ripper, 4 from Olivia. Those are in the air.
Okay.
Crossway Troublemakers is on the ground. First strike, death touch, lifelink across the board.
Okay. So 10 and the one on the ground is how big?
6.
So it's down to 6. So, okay. Yep.
So Spell Table doesn't know
2,
what
3, 4, 5,
Crossroads
6,
Troublemaker
7,
does, but it sure showed me a card I've never seen before, so that's cool.
All right. Down to 6.
Chris.
Yep.
All right, I'm going up to 49 with lifelink. I put a +1/+1 counter on all my vampires. And I'm hoping what I just did there, Caleb, gave you the opening you need. And I will pass the turn, 3 cards in hand, no tap, no untapped mana. Otherwise, I know Josh will kill me on the next turn. He'll take his chances with the zombies.
Yeah. Well, see, my hand is terrible.
I mean, I've got a funny play, but I don't know if it's worth dragging the game out longer.
I mean,
Well,
we're at the point in time where if we can end it, we're probably smart to end it quickly here because
And then we
game
can
two,
do a
yeah.
game 2.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, so I can pass the turn, have Josh kill Nick, and then I kill Josh, or I kill Josh and Nick kills me.
I mean, that's basically, I think, the situation we're in. Unless the only thing you have to be prepared for is, does Josh have any way to give Kresh lifelink? And if he does, then that would probably put you in
don't
a
really
bad
run
position.
a whole lot of lifelink in this deck.
I'm going to play
a whole lot.
Let's play this sweet textured foil, Macias the Unhallowed.
Nice.
And
Which would be funny because
you know what?
if I do damage to Caleb with Kresh, Macias destroys Kresh.
Is Kresh a human?
Yeah.
I thought it was an elf. All right. Huh.
Yeah.
I think I thought that was a Bloodbraid elf, but still.
Yeah.
You know what? I won enough games last week, but I'm going to attack Josh in a funny way. I'm going to sack these 2 to Carrion Feeder.
Okay.
I'm going to sack this. This re-enters. I'm going to sack it again. And Josh, I'm going to attack you with an 8/8 Carrion Feeder.
Okay. Before damage resolves, I'm going to tap the forest for a red, pinging myself.
Actually,
Sure.
hang on a second though. Too, there are Vein Ripper triggers there as well, because that is how many creatures dying?
3.
It'll be a total of 4.
Total of 4. So that
4.
is, so I'll gain 8 life.
Yeah. So actually, Nick is the one that kills me.
Well,
Off the Vein Ripper.
It's target player, so I could kill you off Vein Ripper. But since Caleb's already swinging at you, I'm gonna. I mean, you don't have any mana. You're on your or you
Yeah,
have one
no,
red.
I'm-
You're dead. So yeah, I'm gonna have Caleb lose the 8 life just so I can make sure I can swing out and kill him on the next turn.
Yeah.
Yep, I'd be dead.
All right.
All right.
And then I'll pass.
Welcome to the club.
What's up,
And
Swan?
then Nick kills me. I'm at 11.
Yep. I
Oh.
play Cabal Coffers. I just want to do this because it'll be funny. I'm gonna so I'll tap. Yeah, I'll tap 6. Just so I can get another vampire out there. I'll bring out Nirkana Revenant. So it's flying, it's a 6/5. Whenever creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you put that many +1/+1 counters on it. Then I'll move to combat, swinging these. That does not have haste, unfortunately. But I'll bring in Markov Enforcer, and I'll have it fight Mikaeus. It'll kill Mikaeus. They'll kill everything. There you go. Okay, that's how it goes. Sorry.
Gotcha.
I just want to have a little
Nice.
fun with it. So there we go. Olivia did things. That was fun.
Very nice. All right, give us a hot minute. We're going to change decks, and we'll be back for first we'll be back for Metal Nick's movie recommendation, and then game 2.
Game 2. Awesome.
Welcome back, everybody. Before we get into game 2, we've got the wonderful movie recommendation from Metal Nick. So I'm going to turn the time over to him.
Absolutely, everybody. Well, welcome. And of course, today's pick is The Brides of Dracula. I am a huge fan of the Gothic Hammer horror series that came out, started in the 60s, started actually in, I think, 58 with The Curse of Frankenstein and then The Horror of Dracula. This is 1960, directed by Terence Fisher. It stars Peter Cushing, many of whom recognize him as Grand Moff Tarkin from Star Wars. But this is why he was in that movie, was because he was in the Hammer horror films that George Lucas watched growing up. It's an absolute film. Dracula's not actually in it, but it does deal with his brides. And since I ran Olivia Crimson's Bride, I thought this was a great way to go. This is an absolutely awesome film. I think the best moment has to be when Van Helsing, needing to cure himself from a vampire bite and rise back up to have his final battle against all the vampire brides, he brands himself with a cross to go into battle. It's pretty badass. And of course, I have the alternate art of Olivia, the Crimson Bride, which is the Sisters of the Undead, Dracula's brides there as well. So that's my pick. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's awesome.
Like it.
All right.
All right. And then, so we'll go around the horn for your first turn. Just say who your commander is, and then Nick, make sure to put your commander in spell table.
I'm doing it right now.
Beautiful. All right, Swan, who you playing, and take your turn.
All right, I am Goshentai of Life's Origin. It's Wooburg. Tap, return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and whenever Goshentai or another non-token shrine enters the battlefield, I create a 1/1 colorless shrine enchantment creature token. Draw. Gonna play this Mountaina into a Soul Ring and pass.
Can we take a moment to appreciate his Soul Ring? I'm going to zoom in on this so you all can appreciate.
Tap for 2, don't mind if I do.
That is
I love it.
Glorious.
Yep, that's amazing.
I'm going to play this Arid Mesa. I'm fetching for a plateau. And I'm going to play Yoshimaru Ever Faithful. So whenever a legendary permanent enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Yoshimaru Ever Faithful. And my commander is Jodo the Unifier. This is my Legends deck. Every creature in it is legendary. It makes legendaries bigger. Legendary. That's what I get to say. And people like to give me crap about my mana base in this deck. So
that's fine.
Can you get an altar of that? That's Barney Stinson, please.
Yeah, I'd actually love that.
Ooh, okay. Caleb, check your email tomorrow. All right.
Sounds good. And I'm done. There's my plateau.
Okay. All right.
So my mana base in this is very heavily proxied.
That's fine. I am playing Altair. This is from Assassin's Creed. And can I just say that I love that you're playing Legends, Caleb, because, well, I love stealing Legends with Altair, because whenever he attacks, I can I exile target assassin, but with the Animus, I can target other creatures. And then for each creature I control I own in exile with a memory counter on it, I create an attacking copy of it. So
Awesome.
Sounds good.
It's quite gross. But for starters, I'm going to play this Infinity Mountain and pass the turn.
All right. I'm going to draw for turn. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play a Plains and pass the turn.
All right.
And if you watched last week, he's playing enchantments again.
I am. Sorry. Yeah, I'm playing enchantments. I'm bringing back Elevere. It's going to be gross. It'll be fun.
All right. Sam Steep Citadel, land for turn. I was in tapped. Soul Ring. And Mountain for Hodin of Infinite Rage. At the beginning of my upkeep, Hood of Infinite Rage deals damage to any target equal to the number of shrines I control. I'll pass it.
I was just watching the Card Market Party Box video, and they have a Sharpie version of that, and it's just called Infinite Rage, and it just deals infinite rage at the beginning of your upkeep, or infinite damage at the beginning of your upkeep.
I approve.
Sharpie cards are disgusting. I'm going to Farseek, and I'll pass.
All right. Tap upkeep draw.
So I get a non-forest card. I think I'm going to get... No, I don't want black. I want Spara's Headquarters.
I'm going to play a Brotherhood Headquarters as my... Because you said pass, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Right. So Brotherhood Headquarters taps, it's a land, taps for colorless, or I can tap add 1 mana of any color, spend it only to cast an assassin spell, or a spell that has free running, or to activate an ability of an assassin's source.
It should be a 39 night air invasive.
All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and pass turn.
Okay. Is that a proxy with the art of Blind Guardians, the God Machine, on it?
Which one?
Swans.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I was like, why am I seeing Blind Guardian art on a Magic card? Okay. Cool.
Was that the one you just randomly found on the NPC site?
It was, yeah. Actually, all of the shrines in this deck, for the most part, have kind of this similar art style on them.
Yep.
Gotcha. Cool.
Does it actually say Blind Guardian on there, though?
No, it just says, it's just honed in.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna pay 2 for Transcendent Envoy, flying, and aura spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Passing turn.
Yeah. All right, on my upkeep, I will deal 1 damage to Josh.
Okay.
Gonna put in Blood Crypt, slain for turn, comes in tapped. Having it come in tapped, and Commander. And then a 1/1 Shrine.
Yep. Just throwing this out here, I would not be opposed to someone playing Farewell and exiling all enchantments.
Pastor.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with my enchantments.
Dude, I had a Shrines deck. I know exactly what that's capable of.
Huh, that is in fact that same art. Thanks, Nick.
Yep.
All right, Caleb, I believe it's your go.
Okay.
And just so everyone knows, I've got a shrine count here this time.
Much appreciated. Although I think that helps you more than anyone else.
It does,
Play this
but
Reflecting Pool, which should tap for every color of mana. And then I'm going to cast Audric for Yoshimaru. And I'm just going to pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. Let's play Vault of the Archangel. And let's tap 3 to play the Mirror Box. So the Mirror Box is fun. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents I control. And then each legendary creature I control gets +1/+1. Each non-token creature I control gets +1/+1 for each other creature I control with the same name. Funny enough, really good in a Rats deck. Swan, looking at you. Pass turn.
right.
Yep. All right, I am going to play a forest. I will tap 1, 2, 3 to play Calyx Guided by Fate. We saw him last week. So whenever Calyx Guided by Fate or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Whenever Calyx or an enchanted creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may create a token that's a copy of non-legendary enchantment you control. Do this only once each turn. I'll put a +1/+1 on Calyx himself. And then I will, let's see, I'll swing Transcendent Envoy at, I'll swing it at Josh for 1.
Okay. That's fine. Pick on the guy with the mirror box. That's fine.
I'll pass the turn.
All right, on tap. In my upkeep, Nick hit you for 3.
Okay.
And land for turn. And 2. Sigil of the Empty Throne. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying.
You got it.
And I will pass the turn there.
Let's draw. Okay, that's not bad. Underground Sea. And let's pay 5, which I have white, blue, black, red, green for Joda. Trigger here. So now I will engage in the fighties, of which I will, I don't know, let's attack Nick.
Okay, for how much?
6.
Shit, okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
I really think, like, I really don't
What's
think
that?
I'm yet a scary. I mean, honestly, I don't know why.
I don't think anyone's that scary just yet.
Actually, I think I'm at 31.
Oh.
Three from Swan, 6 from you. I'm at 31.
Let's see. Shit. This really blows. Not gonna lie. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Pass turn.
All right. Tap. Draw for turn. Play a Plains. I'm going to tap 4 to play Elevere.
Rangers love it.
When she enters, I'm going to attach a Virtuous Roll to a creature. I'm going to attach it to Transcendent Envoy. It's going to get +1/+1 for each enchantment I control. That's 1, 2, 3. So it gets +3. That's also an enchantment, so that will trigger Calyx. I'll up him to 2. So then I will move to combat. Josh, I'm going to swing Calyx at you. And Swan, because you have not been touched yet, I'm going to swing my 4/5 flying Transcendent Envoy at you.
Going to 36.
Down to 34.
Okay. Now, that's a couple triggers. That's whenever an enchanted creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. So I'm going to draw a card off Elevere. Then Calyx is going to trigger. He can make a copy of a that's a copy of a non-legendary enchantment you control. I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of Virtuous Roll. attaching
just
virtuous
kind of
roll.
throwing this out here.
Yep.
You know that Envoy's not enchantment or not legendary, right? The Transcendent Envoy.
No,
you can make a copy of that.
It's not, but this is actually also an opportunity to put a virtuous roll on my commander, which it can't do itself to it.
Fair enough.
So that will uptick to 4. And I will then pass the turn.
All right. In my upkeep, Caleb, you're the only one I haven't hit yet, so I'm going to spread the love to you.
3, right?
3. Yep. Play this. Plains is land for turn. All right.
There's a lot of enchantments on the board right now, so you're gonna have to be more specific.
1, 2, and green for Awakening Zone.
Yeah.
At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a 0/1 Eldrazi spawn that has sack this, add a colorless. It'll create an angel. And then
What is your angel token, Swan?
it is a Aziraphale from Good Omens.
Okay. Do you also have Angel from both Buffy and Angel? Is one of them too?
You know, I suddenly feel as though I've missed something very crucial.
Yeah. All my excitement. Like, I was waiting for you to go, oh yeah, I totally do. Here he is. And then
I really got to get back on the token making train.
okay, watch your email tomorrow, making a note.
Done. And then second cast is Goshintai of Hidden Cruelty. Death Touch, at the beginning of my end step, I may pay 1. When I do, I can destroy target creature with toughness X or less, where X is the number of shrines I control.
Which is currently how many? 5?
Currently at 5. And there's 2 of those.
Yep, top left corner, don't forget that.
Yep, top left corner. And I will create another angel. And pass the turn.
Okay.
So the top left corner that Caleb was referring to is I played a game with a friend of my wife's who plays, and they were very strict that every counter that you put had to be in the top left corner of the card. You could not have it anywhere else on the card. It had to be in the top left corner.
I'm going to play not Sparrow's Headquarters. Zeator's Proving Ground is my land for turn. I think I'm going to cast Hero's Podium.
Yep.
So when Hero's Podium is each legendary creature you control gets a +1/+1 for each other legendary creature you control, and I can pay X, tap it, look at the top X cards of your library, reveal a legendary creature card from among them, put it into my hand, put the rest at the bottom in a random order. So I forgot to read Joda earlier, but for those who are not familiar with Joda, whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards at the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. They cast it without paying its mana cost, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So this is a legendary artifact. It costs 5, so I will cascade down to 4. Zagoth Triome, Snow-Covered Swamp. Ronus costs 5. I'm getting Mathis, Fiend Seeker. Legendary creature vampire. At the beginning of your end step, put a bounty counter on target creature an opponent controls for as long as that creature has a bounty counter on it. It has, whenever this creature dies, each opponent draws a card and gains 2 life. These go on a bottom in a random order. This enters first, triggering Yoshimaru. Then this enters, triggering Yoshimaru. And now I will move. Let's see, at the beginning of my end step. Okay, so now I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to send this Yoshimaru at you, Swan. It has menace.
What's its current power toughness?
I was afraid you were going to ask me that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a 12, 12. It's a big boy.
It's a big boy. Well, in order to not take 12, I'm going to double block with 2/4/4 angels.
Sounds good. And I am going to move to my end step, and I'm going to put a bounty counter. I really want to do it on one of your shrine tokens, just to make you have separate shrine tokens. But I'm gonna put a bounty counter on your commander.
Okay.
And go ahead, Josh.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw. Oh,
This represents bounty counter.
okay.
Sure.
Okay, I can do something, but I have to. There's so many targets. Hey, Swan, if I don't target your infinite rage, will you not target me with it?
Deal.
Okay.
Currently, it's going at Caleb's face.
Cool.
What did I do to deserve that?
Well,
Well,
I just reread the card
I
anyway.
had 2 angels sitting right here that I then had to block from the 12/12 that you swung at me.
Well, you know what? I'm going to save.
You got
I'm going to do this more because I need to do something. I'm going to tap water and a red, and I'm going to braid targeting the hero's podium.
Okay.
All right, cool, Pester. I did something, y'all. Yay!
Woo!
I helped.
Here, I'll just put the F6 counter right back on my playmat.
Okay, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna tap. And I'm gonna play Smothering Tithe for 4.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That's gonna trigger, and I'm gonna put a +1/+1 on Calyx. It's now 4/4. I'm gonna move to combat. All right, so Nick, you don't have any flyers, right, Swan? You have no flyers still because your angels died.
Correct. No flyers.
Okay. So Transcendent Envoy is going to come at you. That's in. Let me keep track of my triggers here. So there's going to be. So they're up to. They're 5. So that's a currently, but hang on because there's more stuff that's going to happen. So that's Caleb. I'm going to send Elevere of the Wild Court at you, which is currently a 9/9 at the moment. But when it attacks, it's going to put a virtuous roll on Calyx.
Okay.
So that's going to bump up Calyx. Calyx is going to come at you, Josh. So that's going to bump all of them up to +6. Caleb, how much blocking do you have on your side? What's the total toughness of your blockers?
Everything's getting +4/+4. So 7. This guy's 9, so 16. 16 + 7, 23.
23, okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'll put a plus. I'll just put another +1 because of the virtuous roll triggering. But then Calyx gets +6/+6 for the enchantments, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's correct.
And where's
Okay.
Calyx?
So Calyx is how big?
Calyx is currently a 2, 8,
15.
15. Yeah, or no, 2, 8, 13. 13. Coming
Okay.
to you, Josh.
Cool.
And Elevere is a 10/10, which I realize you can block and kill if you want to.
Nah, I'm just gonna block with Mathis.
Okay.
And what's the damage coming at me?
You have 7 coming at you through the air.
Cannot block. I will not block.
All right. So I'm going to draw 2 enchanted creatures dealt damage. So I'm going to draw 2 cards off Elevir. Then Calyx dealt damage, and so I can make a copy. And you all loved it so much last week. I think Swan should get to experience it. I'm going to make a copy of Smothering Tithe.
Uh-huh.
That's another enchantment entering the battlefield, so that +1s all of my creatures. And that's another enchantment entering, so I will go ahead and add another one to Calyx. All right. I'll pass the turn. I'm kind of wide open at the moment, but I'll do it anyways. Pass turn.
All right. And my upkeep, Nick, I'm going to smash you in the face for 5.
That's fair.
All right. And what do I want to do? All right, I think first is 2 and a red. I'm going to Chaos Warp Calyx.
All right. Did you by the way pay for Smothering Tithe twice?
No, you can take a treasure.
All right, I'll make 2 treasures. Okay. So you're gonna chaos warping him. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So he'll go into my library. I'll deal with the fall-offs there. I'll shuffle. And then reveal the top card, put it on the battlefield if it's permanent. Which there's always the chance here that it's not.
Turtle Shell 56 on Twitch just said, never pay for Smothering Tithe.
Especially when there's 2 of them on the battlefield.
Sounds like a friend of ours, Caleb.
Oh, yeah. Never pays your taxes.
Never pay taxes.
All right. So I will go ahead and reveal the top card. It is a Snake Umbra. And I will attach it to Elevir.
Right.
Oh,
So-
ain't that just grand?
That will remove my +1 counters. But I think that's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total enchantments at the moment. So there we go. Okay.
Also missed an upkeep trigger for a spawn. So, okay, so I'm gonna pay 3 and Gift of Paradise, attaching it to this plains. Enchanted land. Whenever the Gift of Paradise enters the battlefield, I gain 3 life. So, and Enchanted land has tap at 2 mana of any one color. I'm gonna tap this.
Don't you make an angel?
You are correct. Thank you for keeping me honest. Xerophil. And the Eldrazi Spawn does not have haste, so sack. Never mind. I'm going to tap for 2 blue. I'm going to sack the Eldrazi Spawn for colorless and play Paradox Haze, enchanting myself. At the beginning of each player's first upkeep turn, that player gets an additional upkeep step after this one. And I will make another angel. There is my other angel token. There it is. And I'll pass the turn at that.
All right. Untap. Draw.
Gonna pay for Smothering Tithes.
Nope.
What kind of monster gets 2 Smothering Ties?
one that plays Celestial enchantments.
Mhm.
I mean,
Fair.
I can't say anything because I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna play
regret nothing.
Day of Destiny. So legendary creatures get +2/+2. I have a legendary style Cascade for 3 or less. Sigarda, Host of Herons, Snowfork Plains, Demonic Tutor, Rule Signet, Captain Sisay, Kenrith the Returned King, Misty Rainforest. There we go. Reki, the History of Kamigawa. Whenever you play a legendary spell, draw a card.
Yeah, that's gross.
So then we will trigger on this entering, then this one entering. The sorcery, so I'm just going to cast it now. I'm going to go cast Time and Need, search my library for a legendary creature card, and put it in my hand. I don't even know what I want at this point. If it was a legendary card, it would be a lot better.
Right. I mean, it's still for being a green tutor.
Yeah, I just wish I could get like, legendary lands.
Right.
Not that I have like Gaia's Cradle or anything in here. I have like Urborg though. That would be nice. Just want to make my land drop.
Hey, you and me both.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get Shalai. So flying, you and planeswalkers you control and other creatures you control have hexproof. And then green 4, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. It is in my hand though. So Nick, let me ask, what is your plan on your turn there?
I mean, I'm not necessarily. I mean, I have to be a little careful here, and I honestly, Caleb, would rather not die this early, so I will not swing at you.
Okay, cool.
Fair?
Then I'll just pass the turn.
Okay.
That is the minimum. That is the least amount of politicking you have to do. I'm not going to swing at you. Done. Pass turn.
Cool. All right.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Pay for tithes.
Oh,
Nope.
Swan, by the way, you don't have to keep track of that bounty counter anymore. I don't think. Let me double check. It might still be. I don't know if the trigger is attached to the permanent or if it's attached.
I do believe it's attached to the permanent. This really blows, but what I
yeah, so it does still have the triggered ability even if Mathis leaves the battlefield. So yes, you do still have to keep track of it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm missing yet again another land drop, but I'm going to discard the hand size, conveniently putting Anger into my graveyard. That may be relevant later, but I doubt
his land drops have all been a clever ploy just to discard Anger.
All right, pass turn.
He's put himself behind so many turns just so he can discard Anger.
Yeah, trust me, it's not what I wanted to do, I promise.
Josh Galaxy brain play over here.
I mean, if it were Voodoo, he'd just skip his land drop on turn 1 and discard Anger.
Yeah, he would. I mean, provided Anger wasn't the draw for this turn.
I mean, Altair does allow me to exile assassins from my graveyard, so...
I'm going to play Windswept Heath. I'll crack it. I'll lose a life.
Is that a foil one?
It's a foil pre-release one, yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's not the one I got, but they couldn't find the basic non-foil, non-pre-release ones. They said, here you go. You can have this instead.
Oh, sweet. For my Plagon Lord of the Beach deck, I'm going to do all pre-release stamped fetch lands. So I'm actually trying to
That's
pick up one of those from Tanner.
Right.
Which
and
one are you trying to grab?
Windswept Heath.
Oh, okay.
If you have any of them, I'll grab any of them too. I need anyone that's blue or white.
I'll look and
Already have-
see. I don't think I've got any pre-release stuff, but I'll check.
Okay, I've got Polluted Delta, and that's it.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sack 4 treasures, going down to 2, to play Archon of Sun's Grace. Then I will pay the rest of my treasures, just getting rid of my treasures for right now. And Temple Garden to play Tangle Span Lookout. Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Then I'll pay a white and 3 to play Songbird's Blessing, enchanting Archon of Sun's Grace. So whenever an enchanted creature attacks, reveal a card from the top of your library until you reveal an aura card. You may put that card onto the battlefield. If you don't, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. That is an aura entering the battlefield, so I will draw a card off of Tanglespan Lookout.
Hey, Josh, are we in crunch time?
We're okay for the moment.
Okay. I don't know when the official end of stream needs to happen. So
I'll let you know when I'll probably say activate Old Yeller protocol.
okay.
You know,
All right.
protocol Old Yeller. There you go.
And then I'm going to make a Pegasi. I have a Pegasus in here, don't I? There's a Pegasus. All right, I'll make a Pegasi off that entering. All right, so anyways, here we go. So I will move to combat. Josh, I'm going to swing Elevere at you. And you've got some angels there, don't you?
Yes, he does.
Swan. All right, so I'm going to swing.
I do, yes. Right.
I'm going to swing Transcendent Envoy at you. On attack, I make a virtuous roll. I'm going to attach it to my Archon of Sun's Grace. So that is going to be another one. So that's going to double up the power of all these guys. That's going to make the Archon of Sun's Grace get a +8 for enchantments. I'm going to draw a card. That is that's another enter in the battlefield trigger. So I'll make another Pegasus. And then, okay, so there you go. So, Josh, you've got a 12-12 coming your way. Swan, I have got a, 3-9, a 9-10 coming your way.
I will block with an angel.
All right, that will die. Elevere will hit, so I will get to draw a card.
You just wanted to draw cards.
I did, and actually, I have 1 extra untapped mana because that's making that cheaper. That aura I cast, so I have 2 mana. Which, in my end step, I'll just go ahead and pay him, and I'll play Timber Paladin there. All right, pass turn.
All right. Nick, you gonna stop swinging at me?
Yeah, I'll be nice. I'm trying to be nice here. I mean, we got to move the game along, but I'm trying to be nice. So.
Okay. We're worried about Caleb anything right now anyway.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever beaten Joda, so I know what Joda does. So it's pretty gross.
Oh yeah, I'm aware. Okay, so upkeep. I'm gonna create 2 Eldrazi Spawn.
Are you
Like
paying
everyone
for
use their imagination? This is an Eldrazi Spawn over here.
No,
So
he's
you're
not
on.
paying for smothering.
He's not going to pay for the tithe. I'm just
No,
asking. I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
not paying for the tithe.
All right.
And I'm gonna deal. Caleb, what's Joda's current toughness?
11.
Okay, 1 short. I'll deal 10 to your face. my card for turn. I'm gonna pay 2 white, and I'm gonna go Idyllic Tutor. And I'm gonna get Sanctum of All.
Yep.
Yep. When are you casting this?
What?
When are you casting this? Like, what phase are we in?
I'm in my main phase.
Okay.
Main phase 1. Goes into my hand.
It goes on top. Or was it Idyllic Tutor?
Yeah.
It was Idyllic.
Okay, yeah. I heard Enlightened.
So would you say that Idyllic Tutor is better than Enlightened for the sole reason that it goes into your hand?
No, because it's not instant speed.
Red.
Ah,
It costs 3 mana. And Enlightened Tutor can go to artifacts.
this is true.
I do like Idyllic Tutor in the fact that it doesn't blank your draw step like the 1 mana tutors do, Vampiric and all that, but
White. Black.
Enlightened Tutor is more efficient. I think Idyllic Tutor is more fun for like the casual sphere. Enlightened Tutor is definitely the more like competitive edged card, but I think playing either one is completely defensible and casual.
Yeah.
I usually play Enlightened Tutor, but that's just because I have a bunch of them from back when they were dirt cheap cards, and I would just pick them up in trades.
Back in Mirage?
No, I wasn't. I didn't start playing until Future Sight, but before like CEDH became big and all that, people would just be like, "Oh, cool, there's a difference of $5. Throw in that Enlightened Tutor," and they'd be like, "Okay, cool, yeah, I mostly play Standard or whatever." And I'm like, "All right." So.
All right.
And I opened Mario Remastered, which had it in there too.
And Swan, I believe your shrine counts at 7, right? Oh, never mind. I see the 1.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yep, I see
the 1. It's a scary number.
All right. I'm gonna move through combat, second main. There's nothing. I think I'll just pass my turn right there.
All right. Tap, upkeep, no abilities, draw a card. Oh, that's interesting. I'm just going to cast Shalai, leaving up Spara's Headquarters and Reflecting Pool. So I have 2 cast triggers. I have a Joda cast trigger and a Reki cast trigger. I'm going to have the Joda one resolve first. So I will do the Legend Cascade thing. And it's going to be, I should have drawn the card first. It's going to be Kamal's Druidic Vow. I'm going to elect not to cast it. I think you can. Until you exile Lesser Minima, you may cast that card. So, but it doesn't put it on the bottom, I believe. You may. I think. I don't know. I'll look it up in a second. That either goes to the bottom or it goes into exile.
I think
I'm
it
gonna
goes
draw-
into exile because you're exiling it anyway. If
So,
I understand
Yoshimaru-
John correctly.
The Rafine's Tower tapped. I'm gonna I'm gonna continue biding my time for a little bit, and then I'll pass the turn.
All right. Untap up, game draw. Let's see. Oh my god. I played a land, y'all. Guess what?
Proud of you, bud.
I'm doing shit. So, red, white, tap the Brotherhood headquarters for black. I'm gonna cast Altair. Let's see. Can I do anything else? I mean, I can attack.
Yeah, it remains in exile.
Wow. I'm just gonna go through phases past the turn.
Okay.
I'm just happy I got to cast something.
6 treasures. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, everything's untapped. Sports state's getting a little messy. Let's draw a card.
Yeah, finally a
Okay.
land drop for me. Let's go. Trust me, I'm super excited for that land drop for sure.
All right, I'll sack all 6 treasures to play Sun Titan.
Gross.
Yep. And there's nothing. So when he enters the battlefield, may return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from grave to the battlefield. Does that include a Windswept Heath?
Yep.
It does indeed.
All right, so I'll put that on the battlefield.
Trigger
gonna
Nightshade
sack-
Harvester. Oh shit, that was earlier.
That was earlier.
That was
earlier.
back when I
Okay,
was doing
then
something.
I'll pay 4 to play Yenna Red Tooth Regent, which I can pay 2 and tap her. Choose target enchantment creature you control that doesn't have the same name as another permanent you control. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary. If the token is an aura, untap Yenna Red Tooth and scry 2, activate only as a sorcery. Okay.
So good.
Yep. And no enchantments entered, so there's no trigger right now for more Pegasi. Let's see. So how big is your Flying Angel, Caleb, right now?
Asking me questions I don't.
Well, I mean,
8 base 8. It's 10. 10, 11 looks like.
Okay. Cool.
So,
So,
one thing to keep in mind: his Odric does give all of his creatures all the other abilities at the beginning of each combat.
Yeah. So once you go to combat, all of my creatures will have flying. And
okay. That's
And
disgusting.
Yoshimaru is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So Yoshimaru is a 15-15 flyer.
Gotcha. This is fun. I mean, the game has to end here, guys. We got to do something to wrap this up. So,
Yep.
I'm gonna make some things happen. You guys can do some blocks. That's totally cool. I'm not trying to break promises or anything. I just got to make some things happen.
Activate
So-
Protocol Old Yeller.
Josh, I'm gonna swing my 2 flying Pegasi at you. That's a total of 4 coming your way.
Sure.
I realize you're gonna do stuff you probably will hit Elevere, Swan, but Elevere is gonna come your way. And when that attack triggers, I will put a virtuous roll token on Sun Titan. That will trigger another enchantment. Now, whatever enchanted creature. Okay, and then I'm gonna have Archon of Sun's Grace. Also swing at you, Swan. and I will have Enchanted Envoy swing at you, Caleb. So, a few more triggers here. First off, I got to account for the new rolls on here. Then I got to do the reveal off this thing, off this. So I reveal until I get another aura. That's not an aura, right? Until you reveal you may put that card. Okay, reveal an aura, not an aura. That's an enchantment. That's a cat soldier. That's a land. That's a human cleric. That's a sorcery. That's a land. There's an aura, Sage's Reverie. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. Okay, so I can play it, I believe it would have said. Right, yeah, put it in the battlefield. So I'll attach it to Elevere. So Elevere will get +1/+1 for each aura they control that's attached to a creature. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I do believe that would be enough for lethal commander damage.
Yep. And then I'm going to, let's see, that's another aura trigger. I'm trying to remember all the damn triggers that happen at this point, guys. So just trying to remember them all. That's an aura entering the control. I draw a card off her. For that, do draw a card off the Virtuous Roll. That's upticking everybody's enchantments here. Up to 10. Okay. All right. And I think I'm finally done with triggers rattling off here at the moment.
So how big is Envoy?
So Envoy is now currently a 11-12.
I'll block with Reki. He is 11-12?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll block with Yoshimaru.
Okay. Yoshimaru's how
I'm
big?
gonna block with the 2 angels.
All right. With what are you blocking, Swan? Are you blocking Archon or Elevere?
One of each.
Okay. I'll gain the 4 life off the Pegasi hitting Josh. How big was Yoshimaru? Just I'm pretty sure it killed Tresh, whatever, Envoy.
15.
15, okay. So, yep, that'll die. All right, and then that will downtick enchantments on all my creatures. And I'm trying to think if there's going to be any more second main actions. Oh, he gets that as well. Let's see. Oh, I'll just go ahead. I'll pay 3 and just throw out Setizen Champion. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on this card.
Sure.
And I draw a card. I'll pass the turn.
All right, untap. I'm gonna stack my upkeep triggers. Do Sanctum of All first.
Yep.
Go search.
Go get that Sanctum of Stone Fang.
How did you know?
You really want me to answer that question?
Not in that stack.
Funny enough, that particular enchantment works really good in Belby deck because it guarantees
Yeah,
that you get
That checks out.
free mana every turn, like during each of your second, during your post-combat main phase. Belby Corrupted Observer. That's the one. at the beginning of
And-
each player's post-combat main phase.
And then
So sit on the bottom of the deck.
no, I just had to have missed it.
That happened to me a lot when I was searching for lands with this deck because they're all one of, so it takes forever to find some of these cards. Mhm.
Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Is it in your hand?
Yep.
Ah!
All right.
Alright.
Let me,
Josh, how we doing, man? Do we need to wrap this up?
I mean, he could honestly kill me with his infinite rage.
yeah, that's the plan if you need to
Well,
die.
yeah, I was like, he can kill probably that. He can do that one, and then he can do enough damage to one of us, and then he can probably kill the other one with the Stone Fangs triggers.
That is the plan.
Although Stone Fangs wouldn't be on the board at the beginning of the pre-combat main phase, right?
Yeah, it needs to be on the board.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just speed this up. I know what I'm gonna get.
Or hold on. Oh my gosh, my brain. Hold on. Is it? No, not that one. Not that. Nope, not.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do this for now. Again. Cleansing fire.
Okay.
That's the gain life.
Gain life. Yeah. Take my shrine up. That'll go to 4.
So now you're at 8.
But it won't trigger during the upkeep because we're already in the beginning of the upkeep.
My first upkeep. I get a second upkeep though.
Oh, right, you have Paradox Phase. Your board is too complex.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. The Sanctum of All is going to trigger twice, so I'm going to do that again. Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest.
Yep.
Okay, second upkeep. Oh, no, hold on. I've got... This is going to go to 5. This is going to go to 9. Yeah, Josh, I'll go ahead and deal lethal to you. And then...
What was my next card? Oh, cut a deal. Damn it. Altar of Dementia. That one had done shit. Abstergo.
So you have 2 infinite rage triggers, right? You dealt one at
Yeah,
Josh
one to
the
me.
other one go ahead.
And I'm going to deal 1 to you, Caleb.
Okay, how many shrines do you have?
I currently have 9.
Okay, so I'll get 17.
And then move into my second upkeep. Actually, let me just... I have...
Apparently I wanted to double KO myself. It's fine.
I'm going to gain 9 life. Sanctum of All triggers again.
So while he's doing that, the one card, I showed this to everyone off stream, but I'll show it to everyone. I was able to get a beta printing of Fear that I put in the deck.
Goshintai of Boundless Vigor. 6. Goes to 10. And Goshintai of Ancient Wars. 7. 7, and 11. Okay, shuffle real quick. All right, so actually tabs, that matters. Then I'm going to cast Sanctum of Stone Fangs.
Yep.
2 blue, black, red for Obeka. Splitter of Seconds.
Yep.
Oh, that's why you wanted that.
Oh, by the way,
That
you
is why
also
I
have
wanted that.
floating mana from the Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest.
I do, but I don't have anything to do with it at
Okay.
the moment. No cards in hand. I've created a bunch of angels. It's not really going to matter right now.
You only cast one enchantment, right? It's not whenever an enchantment enters.
Correct, yeah. It's when you play.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yep.
You are correct. Okay. I had 2 Sanctum triggers on my second, or 2 Infinite Rage triggers on my second upkeep. So that would be.
Right.
I would have been at 9 at that time, Shrines.
Yeah.
So I'll do 18 to you, Caleb.
Okay, I'm dead. Good luck, Nick.
Nick, what do you have?
Well, hey,
untapped?
the only thing I got to think about is, I'm sorry, you blocked Archon. Archon has lifelink. I do need to take the life from that just before we're there, so just this one quick second. So that was when it dealt damage. Yeah, 11. Yep, that's right. Cool. Just making sure my life total is right. Before you deal, if in the off chance I get a shot at crackback, but I'm going to try not to drag this out. Untapped, I have a 4/4, a 1/3, a 2/3, a 14/14 on the ground, a 1/1, and I have 2 flying Pegasi with lifelink untapped at the moment.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to move to instep. In my instep, I'm going to pay 1 and deal 11 damage to you directly. Is it?
No, I thought it was target
Player.
creature.
Do what? It's target player or planeswalker.
Oh, yep. Nope, you're right.
And then I'm going to pay 1 more off the Soul Ring and put a +1/+1 counter on target shrine for each shrine I control. Doesn't necessarily matter. I'm going to put it there. So that's my shrine count, but also counters. And then I'll use the last one off the Soul Ring for Hidden Cruelty. And what creatures do you have that are 11 toughness or less?
11 toughness or less.
Yeah.
1, 2, not that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Whatever your biggest flyer is, that's that. Let's knock that out.
Okay, that's a Pegasus.
Okay.
So I still have 3 flying Pegasus.
Okay. And I will end my turn.
All right. I'm going to see if I can be quick about this. I really need something that I could like give trample to here really badly, but let's see what I can do. So, all right. So I'm going to play a Brushland. I'll sack my 2 treasures just to get rid of it, and my Brushland for 1. And I will play Strength of Harvest, attaching it to my Pegasi here. So it gets +1/+1 for each creature and or enchantment you control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's +17/+17 off that right now. That makes another Pegasus, although one of which can't attack this turn. That will uptick all the triggers on these guys. That will put a +1/+1 counter on Calyx. That will trigger that, so I will draw a card, which is a land, not what I needed if I wanted to kind of continue this a little bit. So, all right. I will pay 2, and I will tap Rena to make a copy of this same enchantment here, and I'll put that on one of my Pegasus, just so we'll have another 17. But they'll end up go up to 18. I'm trying to see if I can get like trample or something, so I can just try to end this, guys. Is what I'm trying to do. So
Yeah.
that'll be another enchantment. That'll uptick him to 5, 2 of which can't attack. That'll cause another trigger to draw. I will make 4.
Yeah, if you can get trample, you'll get me. I think otherwise, like, I can get you on my turn.
Yep, I got you. You're dead. Here we go. +4. I'm going to play Indomitable Might. Enchanted creature's controller may have it assigned combat damage as though it weren't blocked.
Oh,
So I can just go ahead and swing with. Let's just say I'm going to swing out at you, Swan, but I'm going to swing with Elevere, which is a sickening. I mean, that upticks everything there. Draw a card off that. So she is. It has +3/+3 off that. Somebody count. I'm literally at the point where I need a calculator to calculate all this.
I think you have more than enough for just lethal commander damage.
I'm pretty sure just commander damage alone is going to be enough to kill you off of what that is, basically. I'm pretty sure.
Works for me.
Yep, so there we go. All right. This deck is gross. Shrines are also gross.
Well,
Good game, guys.
whoo.
Good
So
game.
I guess that's notice. You can put enchantments away for about 6 months. So
I mean, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
And for everyone watching, we definitely appreciate you being here. This has been a lot of fun, although my deck really didn't get a fair shake, but that's okay. I got to show off the beta card. That's all I wanted to do. All right, let's go around the horn. Give any shout outs. So we'll start with Nick.
I just thank you to everybody watching, commenting. Really appreciate it. This is a lot of fun. I love that I get to do this, and it's just great. So thank you to all of you. Much love. Once again, another Happy New Year to you guys. Excited to play next week. Elevere will not be back next week, but if I need another high-powered deck, it will come back again at some point. So thank you to all you guys. Thanks to Swan for joining us. Thanks to Wolfman and Random Dude. You guys are great EDH brothers. Love you guys. All right. That's it for me.
Oh. All right, Swan.
Yeah, just want to thank you guys for having me back on. Thanks everyone for watching, enjoying the stream, and it's been a blast.
We appreciate it. And Caleb?
Yeah, same thing. Shout out to everyone who has been watching the stream and commenting and interacting, and the people that watch it afterwards. That do the all the algorithm stuff, liking, ringing the bell, all that, subscribing, and just a quick reminder: we still haven't set the sub goal, but soon we will be announcing a giveaway. I will be giving away one of each of the probably Guilds of Ravnica era Shocklands. Just all you have to do is be subscribed, interact so we know who you are, and then we'll pick a random subscriber, and they're going to get a set of free Shocklands. And by a set, I mean the commander set, one of each, not 4 of each, as I've been asked multiple times.
Not a playset.
No. We're a commander stream. A one of each is a playset.
I mean, fair.
Unless it's Relentless Rats.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
Persistent Petitioners, Templar Knights, Heir Apparent. We could go on.
Right.
But yeah, thanks to everyone, and we will we'll catch you again next week around the same time.
And then make sure to check out the headquarters of the EDH Brothers, Kayfabe Cards. Link is in the description. They do have a store on TCG Player, so definitely check them out. We definitely appreciate everything they do for us. For those of you who are living in Utah, we will be starting our next Commander League here in just about a month. So make sure you're following, doing all that fun stuff. And y'all are going to want to be here next week for the Thursday Night Showdown, because not only do we have a returning guest, but he has given us all a very interesting deck building challenge. And so that's one you're not going to want to miss. So just make sure you're following us on social, so that way you get all the details of that as we get closer. That's going to be it for this episode, and we'll see you all next week.
Thanks all.
Let everyone.